How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while, but I am back with another new video for you. I hope you all had a good Christmas. Now, just before Christmas, I did ask you all on YouTube whether you wanted to see a video that was outdoor in the wet and me spinning quite a few times, or an indoor one with a decent crash. And you guys chose the indoor one with a decent crash. So here we are. This video was recorded at TeamSport in Birmingham back, I think, about mid-November time. I've just not got around to editing it or putting it out. So here it is for you guys. I went here with one thing in mind, and that was to beat my PB of a 46.7. I didn't want to do anything else. It was just that. So let's see if I can do it. And also the crash for you guys is just a bit of a bonus for you all. I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please give it a like, drop me a comment down below, and also consider subscribing to the channel if you don't do so already. So let's get into it and roll the intro. Right then, let's go on a mission to set myself a new personal best, which doesn't get off to the best start because I get let out of the pits last, so I end up having to fight my way through a bit of traffic before I can get myself a clean bit of track. But I get past the first few people quite quickly, so I have a nice clear bit of track in front of me. Let's see if I can do a decent lap, and no, because I've been it straight into the barrier because I forget I've got cold tyres. So not a great start for me trying to set a new PB. Luckily then, I managed to get myself by the next two people right before I start my next flying lap. So with a clear bit of track in front of me, let's see if this lap is any good. And yeah, actually it wasn't too bad, apart from that final corner which was a bit suboptimal by going up the inside. I managed to set a time of a 47.2, so things are looking good. Now we have a little bit of a battle with this guy up in front. I decided to go for the move down the inside going up the ramp, but I get an absolute shoddy run out. So he manages to get the switch back on me, but then the following corner I get the switch back on him, and it takes me another corner or two to make the move stick. Skipping forward then to my next flying lap, and let's see how this one pans out. that lap was even better. I managed to do a 46.9, so things are definitely on the up for me, or so I thought. As we jump forward another couple of laps, I'm halfway through a fairly decent lap with clear track ahead of me, but then coming around into the chicane, absolute disaster.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a pretty heavy hit there. I spun that guy around nearly a complete 180. There was nothing he could do, there was nothing I could do. It was a completely unavoidable collision because of where he was in the barrier and how fast I was going around the track with the green flags. However, on a TeamSport side of things, that should have been a completely avoidable incident, because right by where we are, there is actually a marshal post with nobody in it. They were either short-staffed or just didn't bother to put anyone in that post, and that should have been yellow flags from the second that guy ended up in the barrier. So I have spoken to TeamSport about this and sent them a video of that crash, complaining about that situation, because if that was a small child that I'd hit someone out there for their first time karting at the age of 12, that could have been a completely different outcome. And sadly, this is not the first time I've had issues with TeamSport Birmingham, so hopefully things are going to get changed, fingers crossed, because until they are, I don't particularly fancy going back there, because it ruins it for me and it ruins it for everyone else out on the track at the same time. Once that crash was cleared up then and the red flags went away, I then went on to go and set my fastest lap of this session, which caught me by surprise a bit, because I would have thought I'd have had pretty cold tyres after sitting still for so long. But let's watch this lap through and see what we get. That was a 46.8, so I'm now just a tenth off my personal best, which is a 46.7. I worked that out so quick because I am a mathematical genius. But for this session, that is pretty much it. Nothing else really happened, so let's now head out for session number 2. Here we go again then, and once again I have come out of the pits last, so I'm straight behind a load of traffic, but we definitely have some fun fighting our way through. laps weren't particularly quick, but they were a hell of a lot of fun, some good moves there, and if you can't quite tell, I do favour going down the inside before you head onto the ramp to go upstairs, but that move is also not without its problems. You need to get it just right, otherwise you lose all your momentum going up the hill and you just get re-overtaken by the guy you were trying to overtake, just like this. So yeah, if you're going to go for that move, make sure you get it just right, otherwise, like me, you're going to get stuck behind the guy you're overtaking for another half a lap or so. And here's what happens when someone doesn't realise you're at the side of them. That was a little awkward, but I managed to get myself free and going again. Now, I only managed to get one flying lap that was actually any good on this session, so we're going to skip forward to that and fingers crossed I can beat that PB. Well, there you go then, a 47 dead. Sadly, you win some and you lose some, and today it was a losing kind of day. I didn't manage to beat my personal best, but it was not without its merits, as I managed to do plenty of good overtakes and also managed to capture quite a good crash for you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a like, drop me a comment down below and consider subscribing to the channel if you don't do so already, and I will join you in the next one, which is going to feature me on a very wet Wilton Mill going around in circles quite a few times. So until then, take it easy and I'll see you soon.